Hi everyone, it's me again. For the ones that still don't know me, my name is Yana Mexicana, and you're here on my channel where at the section where I talk about Mexico. You have this same section in English, Spanish and Slovenian if you'd like to listen to it in a different language. And today's topic is Amaranto. Amaranto are these seeds. This is the chocolate one, right, Diego?
That's right.
Are the seeds, well, everything that's not chocolate, that's
If you can
Amaranto.
turn it around so you can see the. There you go.
Like this?
Also, yes.
In
that
case
part.
you didn't know it. Well, amaranto is a very important food here in Mexico. Since many years ago, actually, they figured out that they were already planting this plant since 5 to 7,000 years ago. Imagine when it was years ago. And well, obviously, it has its name also in indigenous language Nahuatl because it's such an old plant, and its name in their language is Huatli. In old times, they were consuming it in different ways. They also were eating the plant. I don't know, Diego, do you think they still eat it nowadays? Or maybe in some areas? No, I don't know.
Maybe in some small towns, yes.
I haven't had the opportunity yet to see it in any market or any place. But in old times, they used to eat the plant. It was a vegetable, no? An important vegetable. And they used it also to make tamales. And the seeds, they ground the seeds and they made amaranto flour. And while they prepared special, how do you say palanquetas, Diego? Bars.
Yes.
Bars of amaranto, which were more resistant in the sense that you had more days, no, of time to eat it. So they used these bars whenever they would travel. This grain was very important in old days, as I said, not only as food, but it also had an extreme importance for rituals, because they would use these seeds and they would kind of glue them together with honey and other ingredients, and they would make some figures in honor of their gods. But as a grain, it was very important. It was as important as corn, beans, chili, and zucchini. When the Spanish came to Mexico in 1521, they weren't happy about amaranto. It was nothing against the grain, no, the porcico, how do you say it?
As a matter of fact.
Like not as of their function as a food. The problem was the ritual they included. Obviously, the ritual was part of pre-Hispanic religions, so that's why the bad or difficult moments for amaranto came. The Spanish prohibited cultivating, how do you say cultivating?
Harvesting, growing
amaranto. Well, nowadays it's again becoming very popular. It's one of those how do you say, Diego,
superfoods?
Superfoods, because it has a lot of incredible ingredients, and it has many benefits for our health if someone regularly consumes amaranto. So it's again becoming very popular, and besides, it's not an expensive grain, so practically anyone can consume it. It's so important that even NASA uses it for their astronauts. It contains big quantities of proteins. It also has big quantities of iron, calcium too. Besides that, it's also rich in vitamins A, C, D, and K. And to put a cherry on the top, amongst other ingredients that it's rich of, is also how do you go?
Folic acid.
Folic acid. You know probably that it's very important for women when they're pregnant, so their babies develop correctly. Because of all these ingredients, no, if obviously with other considerations, I mean, you have to take care of your diet besides eating amaranto. No, I mean, you can't eat everything and eat amaranto and say, I will prevent this. But if you behave, so to say, and besides you consume amaranto regularly, it can prevent the development of diabetes. It can also improve the brain functions. It's also a very beneficial grain to improve our digestion, and it also can help with constipation. It also lowers the levels of cholesterol, of the bad one, of course. And it helps protecting our skin. Obviously, if you take care of yourself properly and you eat regularly amaranto, it can even prevent cancer. because of high levels of iron, it is also a very good food to protect. How do you say? Not so if you are anemic, you can help yourself not eating amaranto. And the high levels of calcium obviously can help one not to get osteoporosis. I hope you don't need any more reasons to start consuming amaranto, because I think it's a super beneficial food, no, Diego?
It is.
We actually decided to start eating it. Well, there are different ways of using amaranto. I honestly saw only bars like this. Actually, these round ones prepared this way is the first time in my life that I have seen them. This one is with chocolate. This one is with cranberries. But normally in Mexico City they sell them with like a rectangular shape, and many times they're only amaranto seeds with piloncillo, which is molasses, no, Diego?
Molasses, some sort of kind of.
Sometimes they add pasas,
raisins,
pepitas, pumpkin seeds, some nuts sometimes,
peanuts,
peanuts, and those ones are a little bit more expensive because of these additional nuts. What else did we see? And in the dates of Day of the Dead, I think they make the skulls, no, out of amaranto. Diego,
that is correct. That's correct.
But
Amaranth, yes.
Yeah, but that's only in October, no, beginning of November. But they say that they are also they can be also used to make tortillas, to make tamales, and horchata water with amaranto also, but it's kind of complicated to prepare it. And in some other dishes, but it's not that common to see them. So far, I haven't eaten anything besides this, no? Bars.
Yeah. Sorry, I would like to mention, if people want to look for it, you can find it on the internet as Amaranth.
Okay.
With a TH at the end.
Okay, and we also saw only the grains of amaranth, and you can use it. Well, your nephew Diego likes to eat it. You can mix
with
it
yogurt.
With yogurt, or maybe you can eat it with some other cereals and yogurt. So that's the way you could consume it. Amaranto is not, or amaranth is actually not a very demanding plant, so it can grow on many areas. As I told you, well, before the Spanish came to Mexico, they were growing a lot of amaranth all over. And then the bad times came where it was prohibited, and well, I think many people stopped growing amaranth. So nowadays they grow amaranth in Mexico City, in Estado de Mexico, Guerrero, Morelos, Michoacán, Oaxaca, Tlaxcala, and Puebla. Well, I hope that you would at least consider consuming amaranth, because it's really very beneficial. I hope it would be as a prevention. Is it preventivo?
Yeah, to prevent.
Not to prevent some diseases, not to heal them, but if you already have some troubles, I think it can help you out. And besides, it's not a very expensive grain, so I think practically anybody could afford it. And if you're not a member of my YouTube family, you can subscribe at the bottom, so you would get informed anytime we publish something new. See you here next time. Bye.